In this video, we are going to start working on our homepage. This is the main page that visitors will see when they load up your website. If you're not sure which page is set as your homepage when you're working on a WordPress website, you can go to Pages and look for the page that is labeled as Front Page. Here, our homepage is set as a draft, and it's also set as a homepage. Now, what we're going to do first is go ahead and publish this. Because we are working with the Maintenance Mode plugin, we don't have to have any worry about any of our pages being seen. So we can actually publish all of these if we wanted to. And in fact, let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to click this to do a mass edit and apply, and then let's change these to published. It could be a little bit easier working with all published pages, so we'll go ahead and do that. There we go. Sometimes takes a little bit of time for the database to update. Okay, so now we have our homepage here. The other place you can check on that is under Settings, Reading. Here you can see which page is set as your homepage, and that is also found under Appearance, Customize. In the Customizer, if you remember, there's a homepage settings here as well. So we'll exit out of here. And then let's go to Pages and click on Home to open up the home page in the page editor. A good way to work on pages in general or posts is to have your editor open in one tab and your published page open in another tab. That way, as you make changes, you can refresh the live page and see how the changes take effect. Now, in looking at this, it may feel a little bit overwhelming. There is a ton of content on this homepage. This was created by a professional designer, and this is what we have imported into our website. The reason I wanted to use this template is because it does come with some great pre-made designs. And I wanted to give you a lot more options to work with. It also comes with the WP Give donation plugin as well as an event plugin. So it has some tools already installed that might come in handy if you want to use those. If you are just wanting a simple website, then you can totally create just a simple website and not use any of that stuff. So what we're going to do is actually go through here and remove almost all of this. So we just have a few simple components to work with. You also could just create your own homepage from scratch if you wanted to. So to get started, let's go ahead and click on the list view. This is how we can easily see all of this various sections. As I said, we're going to remove almost everything. What we're going to keep is this What We Believe section. We're going to repurpose that into something else. And then this little message section here. So we can find this. If we click into this, we can see that this is under this specific row layout. Everything is contained inside of that. And then the section above that should be the next row layout. Yes. Everything above that we can delete. So what we can do, starting with the row layout block just above, let's just go to remove. Remove row layout. Remove row layout. And again, if you accidentally delete the wrong thing, you can click the undo button and it will undo the last action you performed. So I'm going to keep removing each one of these. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and click Update. What this will do is save what I've done so far. It will actually send all the changes to the live website. And just a reminder, nobody can see this except you, so it's safe to make these changes. And I'm going to go over to the front end and I can reload. And we can see all of those elements have been removed except the few things we want to keep. I did forget we want to remove these things at the bottom as well. So let's go back to the editor. I'm going to collapse this, and then we want to remove the row layout at the bottom, and then the custom HTML at the bottom as well. All right, so now we have really simplified things. We just have this section and this section, and what I want to do is reverse the layout. So I want to move this section to the top, and I can do that just by clicking this arrow here. So I want to make sure the row layout block is selected, and then I will click the up arrow, and it will reverse the order. Let's click update and take a look. Reload. And there, now we have the top, and we have this at the bottom. A much simpler website. As we go, you might see things that don't quite look right, but just hang with me as we will address all of those things. Okay, so we have some options here. We can leave this layout as it is, or we can add a picture at the top as well. I'm going to go ahead and add a picture at the top. So let's head back to the editor. From here, we can start repurposing this with our own content. Before we move farther, I just want to hop out of here and say a few things about the media library. As we discussed at the tour, the media library is where all of your media is stored. This includes images, audio, documents such as PDF files. All of these images you see here were imported along with the demo content with the website template. My suggestion would be to take some time and use your mobile phone or a digital camera, or find someone in your congregation who is a pretty good photographer and just take a collection of photos of your people. You might grab a couple of your building, but photos of your people I think are more effective to be displayed on your website, especially photos of people smiling. Otherwise, just taking a few general pictures of your worship services or your Sunday school class or your small groups or special events or carry-in dinner or outreach events. Then once you have this collection of images, you can just import them all into your library here, and they can be available for your use. Now, one word of warning, photos do not have a trash bin like pages and posts do, so if you delete it, it will be permanent. I will also caution you that if you delete a photo from the media library, if a photo is used on a page or a post, it will be removed from the page and post as well. So this is sort of the master copy of all of your photos, and anything that's put into the page or post through the editor is actually being stored here in the media library. So that's important to keep in mind.